Our third speaker for this session is architect Chinthaka Wickramage. To revisit our previous introduction to him, architect Chinthaka Wickramage, after obtaining his Bachelor of Built Environment from the Faculty of Architecture, University of Moratuwa in 1993, and worked as an apprentice under renowned Sri Lankan architect Anuradha Vibhushana. He completed his postgraduate studies at the Bartlett School of Architecture and Graduate Studies, obtaining his master's from the University College London, United Kingdom. After returning to Sri Lanka and working at leading architectural firm Design Group 5 for several years, he set up his own practice, Chinthaka Wickramage Associates, in 2007. Architect Wickramage has won several international and local architecture awards, including the Arcasia Gold Medal for Socially Responsible Architecture at Arcasia Awards 2013 for IFRC Community Center for Tsunami-Affected Community of Talala, and Jeffrey Bawa Awards in the Institutional Category Award for Kaitadi Vocational School, Jaffna, in 2017. His work is published locally and internationally in Architectural Review magazine London and Architecture Asia magazine Malaysia. I welcome Architect Chinthaka to deliver his presentation to the audience.
Good afternoon, everybody. I will start my presentation with some projects I have done in the northern province of Sri Lanka. This is under the vocational training of the north in the northern province funded by the German government. We did a vocational school in Kilinochchi called SLGT, Sri Lanka German Technical Institute, on a 15-acre land, which is in the first one-third of the land there is a seasonal canal occurring. So we have sown the buildings into three categories. First one-third has the admin buildings, second one-third has the vocational education buildings, and the third one-third has residential hostel facilities. Buildings were site is around into three zones, and the canal occurs in the first one-third. 15-acre site is zoned into admin and vocational and residential zones. Vocational buildings are arranged around a central green area, encouraging student interaction. Enlarged canal form foreground to admin buildings. Vocational departments are laid out in U-shape with an open-ended courtyard in the middle, encouraging cross-ventilation. Open-ended courtyard encourage cross-ventilation and through drafts. Next project, again under the same project, vocational training in the north, we did another vocational training school in Jaffna, Kaitadi Jaffna, and we drew inspiration from the Jaffna fort when we visited for the first time. After the war ended in 2009, I visited Jaffna in 2012, and the first thing which struck was the Jaffna fort, the graying coral stones of Jaffna fort, and we selected cement bricks for the vocational center as an inspiration from the Jaffna fort. Again here we have a open-ended courtyard overlooking a lagoon was created. There's a lagoon near the existing school, and we created, there was an existing two-story building, and we wrapped two other single-story buildings and created a paved courtyard in an open-ended U-shape, creating a courtyard in the middle, so that the student used the paved courtyard as a gathering and communal area. There was an existing well in the courtyard area, and it was retained, and as well as a margosa tree which was existing was retained to give shade to the building. We added a open to sky tiered stepped open air theatre for student meetings, which can be roofed by a lean-to roof later on. Our budget did not allow us to put a roof on the open air theatre area. So we created it as an open air theatre, later can be covered by a lean-to roof. Corridor around the paved courtyard link various vocational training departments of the school. And the texture and the tactile quality of the cement bricks he used evoke memories of the graying coral stones of Jaffna Fort. Students used the step tiers in the morning for their early morning meetings when the sun is not that hot in Jaffna Peninsula. We hope that one day a roof will be constructed with additional funding. Cement bricks give a certain monochromatic black and white quality to the buildings. Central courtyard acts as a central gathering place for students and a play area. Save Margosa tree provides shade in the hot Jaffna Peninsula. Departments include automobile technology department and three-wheeler mechanic department, as well as a AC mechanic department. We have used sandwich panel roof as the roof cover, and the corridor around the central courtyard was created to induce cross ventilation and through drafts. Play of light and shade on the cement brick give the character to the buildings. The next project I'm going to talk about is a post tsunami construction. It's a community center in Talalla Matara, donated by the International Federation of Red Cross and Crescent Societies. Here we have used exposed clay bricks again to economize the building cost, to reduce the cost of plaster and paint, because we worked with a $50,000 6.5 million rupee budget. The building was raised above ground to prevent flooding and let water pass through to nearby paddy field. Common hall in the center is a double height area with a provision for additional mezzanine floor, and a reading room, office, toilets are in the four corners. Community use the community hall for their Samudhi meetings, cooperative meetings, and on Poya days this becomes a preaching hall for the temple monks. They use it as a preaching hall. So it's a kind of a multi-purpose central double height hall that we have created in the middle. It is also the double height also enable a timber deck mezzanine floor to be added at a later stage, because the chief monk of the temple was keen on a second floor. We have used frameless pivoted windows again to economize the cost of the building. And here is the community of the Talal village using the center. The center is constructed next to the bo tree of the temple, and there is an office used by the Gama Sevaka, the village welfare officer. Next, I'm going to talk about a few residential projects. First is a 6-perch land that on a sloping site overlooking a paddy field. I was asked to design a house for a doctor couple in Talapat Pitiya. And it was overlooking a beautiful paddy field, and the site was sloping towards the paddy field. So we had to use the section in an economical way with a 15 feet high living room and a 15 feet high master bedroom overlooking the paddy field on the upper floor. And we created a what you call a butterfly roof with a central central slab area as a gutter to drain water. Living room and the master bedroom are on the paddy field side with a lot of glazing and windows. And the car porch garage is at the back at a higher elevation. House follows existing site contours. Multiple glazed windows to the paddy field side is used so that the living people who are using the living room and the master bedroom can overlook the paddy field, and it changes during different seasons as well. Again, here we have used exposed grey bricks due to budget constraints. And extended eaves protect the exposed brickwork from the elements. We have used aluminium frame glazed windows again to save cost without using timber windows due to budget constraints. The next project I'm going to talk about is the 4 projects that I have spoken about. What we have tried to achieve is we have used exposed brick in 2 different types, clay bricks and cement bricks, and the materiality of the material and the tactile quality and the textured quality was used to enhance the characteristic of the spaces. Next project we're talking about is the extension to an ancestral home using same roof height of the old house and creating a double height, and then creating different volumes inside the spaces created within. This is the double height overlooked by upper floor TV room living area, and the dining and the upper floor TV room overlook a rear garden with more glazing onto the rear garden area. First floor TV room, we have used it as a timber deck and a verandas overlooking the rear garden with more glazing onto the rear garden with multiple sash glazed windows. There is a front veranda with the height broken by a recycled timber panel. So it's a double height veranda. We have tried to break the scale by using recycled timber windows. This is the upper floor TV room family living area overlooking a rear garden, and you can see there's a cement grill brick wall we have used to give privacy to the rear garden because there are houses on the other side. This is the timber deck family living area overlooking the rear garden. The next project, again residential house in Baddagana overlooking marsh in Devannawa. This is an extension to a existing house which had a 2-story unfinished house, like a building, and what we did was we extended the roof of the upper floor, creating a double height area towards the marsh area, and another double height veranda towards the marshy area. You can see the living dining area is a double height area, and the bedroom and the pantry at the back, it has a concrete slab which was existing slab. And the front elevation gives a simple mono-pitched lean-to roof look to the house. These are the elevations, the front elevation, entrance side elevation, and the rear elevation. So we tried to do a very simple extension to the existing two-story old house. This is the double height area, living dining area of the house, overlooking the marshes. Another view of the living dining area, and this is the double height veranda towards the marsh, Devanna marsh. And also we have a single height verandas as well, enveloping the living area on the rear side. Another view of the double height veranda and the double height living room. And we have a timber deck on the upper floor as a small extension. It's a family living area overlooking the living dining in the ground floor, and linking the house spatially and voluminously. The house glows like a lantern in the night, using the glazing on the marsh side. Then the final project I am going to present is a wildlife bungalow near Yala, 7 kilometers close to Yala, overlooking a paddy field and a sanctuary called Nimalava Sanctuary. This is the first when we visited the site. It had a side road and a main road, and vast expanses of paddy fields and scrub jungle on the other side of the side road. What we created was a narrow linear building with a ground floor living dining area and a kitchen, and in the upper floor dormitory style bedrooms with multiple beds. This is the ground floor plan with open living dining area, and then you have the kitchen pantry, and in the ground floor for elderly visitors there is a double bed bedroom with a toilet. And the upper floor consists of two multiple bed dormitory style bedrooms with a common toilet. So even it can be used as a male and female separation. And the veranda overlooks a seasonal water hole next to Nimalava Sanctuary. On the Nimalava Sanctuary side, we have used lot of timber frame glaze multiple sash windows, while on the corridor side there is a timber trellis work to give privacy to the users. This is the view from the Nimalava Sanctuary side, with the multiple sash windows overlooking the sanctuary and the timber paneling on top. The ground floor is completely open, protected by only the Iratupalali, and it overlooks the Nimalava Sanctuary on one side and the paddy fields on the other side. We have created a small embankment on the side road side to prevent flooding, as during the rainy season a lot of water gush through the side road. And you can see the view towards the Nimalava Sanctuary using multiple sashed glazed windows. And the next image is the ground floor triple bedroom overlooking the paddy fields. These are some other views on the Nimalava Sanctuary side, and a view from the Nimalava Sanctuary looking towards the building and the ground floor bedroom. overlooking the sanctuary. One view from the seasonal waterholes, sometimes even wild elephants inhabit this waterhole during the dry season. Thank you.